Nick, let's talk about the New Orleans Saints. The most hotly talked about topic this offseason has been the battle for the backup quarterback position. And we have some great news for the New Orleans Saints, an update of sorts. I am Andrew, and this is Saturday Morning Inspection. As I alluded to, the Saints backup quarterback battle has been pretty tight all throughout camp. But while one guy has been out, another guy has started rising to the top. Let's get into the article and we talk more about this on the other side. This, of course, is from over on NBC Sports. It says Spencer Rattler, drafted in the 5th round, is competing with Jake Haener for the number 2 job behind Derek Carr. I think he's improving every day, Coach Dennis Allen said of Rattler. There's still some things that he's doing, just understanding how to play with the scheme of the offense, how to get through your progressions, knowing how to listen to your feet when you take your chances downfield, when it's time to check the ball down. All those things are pretty good learning experiences. I wanted to put him in a situation Monday in practice, 4th and 5. We're in a move the ball situation to see if he could execute and make a play, and he did. He made a hell of a throw on an out route to get the first down in that situation. So I see some of that confidence, which I think is good at the quarterback position. And yet there's sometimes where I think we've got to pull the reins back just a little bit. Nick, I think this is an interesting update about Rattler because it seems like he's learning, he's growing, and he's doing well in practice. And it also seems like Dennis Allen's really wanting to test him to see what he can do. And it seems like he's passing a lot of those tests as well. I think this is a great sign for the Saints in the battle for the backup quarterback position. I'm curious what your thoughts are. But before we get to you, Nick, Saints fans, in the comment section below, the only place we're really going to see this backup battle progress and what Dennis Allen says is the preseason. Things are going to go through the preseason games. So, that being said, let us know in the comment section below what players you are most excited to see play in the preseason. I think there's a lot of good answers. So, let us know, though, who you're most excited to see in the comment section below. And while you're down there, check out the description below the video. We've got a great book that we have recommended before the NFL season starts. Get it while you can. They're going off the shelves like crazy. It is Mike Florio's Playmakers. It is a fantastic book that breaks down the ins and outs of the NFL. So check the description below. Use our Amazon affiliate link. It costs you nothing and it really helps out the channel. But Nick, nonetheless, what do you think about this backup quarterback battle?
I think the most interesting thing to me is that as we've gone through this battle, as it's worked its way through rookie mini camp with Spencer Rattler, through OTAs, as we're now working our way through training camp practices, is that everything we're hearing from Jake Haener, and yes, we know he's out now for a couple of days, but everything we're hearing from Jake Haener is solid, right? He's doing fine. He's doing well. He's a good backup, on a good track, right? But what we're hearing from Spencer Rattler is momentum. We're hearing energy. And most importantly, recently with Haener out, Rattler has gotten all of the second and third string reps, and he has taken full advantage of those. He's done well. Going into Monday's practice, the whole focus was, okay, can Spencer Rattler take advantage of this opportunity? It's one thing to be the rookie third string guy and just have flashes, but it's a whole nother element when you're the true backup, when you're running with the 2s as well as the 3s. How do you handle that situation? And he did outstanding. According to Saints Wire over at USA Today, he completed 15 of 19 passes with no turnovers, right? Dennis Allen complimented his incredible throw on one throw he made in a certain situation. And as a report from NBC highlighted, Dennis Allen then threw him a couple challenging situations, additional work at the end of practice, and Rattler rose to the challenge of both those instances as well. And I think that's the big takeaway here. Spencer Rattler is now showing that he's more than just a guy who can make a highlight play, more than a guy that when he's with the third and fourth stringers, he looks better than a third and fourth stringer. Now it's a guy who's, when he's with the second string, can execute the offense and do a lot of good things. And that's what we saw. And on top of it all, we saw a guy who was given an opportunity and took advantage of it, right? That's the one thing for any backup quarterback. If you're going to become a starter, if you're going to become the guy, if you have to be ready to take advantage of an opportunity, because starter goes down or you're given a couple games here to try and see what you can do. We don't know if your opportunity is going to be a half, 2 games, 3 games, 4 games. Can you take advantage of it? And Spencer Rattler showed, I know, small sample size in training camp. I get it, but still, he showed that when handed an opportunity, he will make the most of it. And that is the surest sign, in my opinion, of a quarterback who has the potential to be a steal. You look at any quarterbacks that were late round draft picks that went on to do good things. You look at Kirk Cousins with Washington, got an opportunity when RG3 went down, did really well, right? Turned out to be a steal. How about Dak Prescott with the Dallas Cowboys? Romo breaks his back in preseason. He jumps in there, turns out to be a steal, right? Does a lot of great things right away. He takes advantage of the opportunity. And obviously, the most famous example of all time is, of course, Tom Brady when Drew Bledsoe went down, right? You look at all these guys, Kurt Warner with the Rams when Trent Green went down, if you go all the way back to the 1990s. Every example of every steal, every late round quarterback that goes on to do successful things, they all have the same trait. They take advantage of opportunities. And I know it's just training camp, and I get it. It's just one step in the ladder. But this is a really great sign that Spencer Rattler has the skill set, has the attributes needed to be a steal for the New Orleans Saints in the 5th round.
Yeah, Nick, and I think the point that you bring up about Hayner is the most important thing here. Hayner has been solid. He has not been special, but he's been solid. And when you're talking about the future of this franchise, do you want a baseline guy? Do you want a solid guy? Or do you want somebody with the potential of a guy like Rattler? This is the things we've heard about Rattler. Maybe a little bit ups and downs, but there's a lot of highlights. There's a lot of put him in these hard situations, see if he can execute, and he makes a heck of a play, makes a great throw, uses his legs, does a lot of interesting stuff. So I think if I'm Dennis Allen, that's the kind of things I am looking for. I'm looking at a guy like Spencer Rattler who can come in on a basis of a day-to-day practice basis and show me something that's really interesting, show me some things that I'm not seeing out of a guy like Jake Haener. Really kind of impressed me. So I think overall, Jake Haener is solid. I think he would be a good backup. But unfortunately for Haener, when we're talking about the Saints team and we're talking about the future of the backup quarterback position, we're also talking about the future of the quarterback position. So I think a guy like Rattler is showing he's more well suited to potentially be the future of this team.
And I think it really highlights your question to the Saints fans as who you're going to see, who do you want to see in preseason? I think Rattler's growth and development. He's one of these few guys where the preseason is really going to matter more than anything else, right? Can he take that next step? He's doing it on the practice field. He got an opportunity with the twos and did a great job, opportunity with the second string. Now, can he carry that over to a game, to a real game live environment? Against unfriendly competition, so to speak, with game plans and headset play calls, down and distance, all those kind of situations. If he can carry that into the preseason, I think that'll be just another great indicator for the New Orleans Saints with this young quarterback. And it's definitely must-see TV to see how Spencer Rattler starts getting this going for the Saints.